The Florida State game, just like, hey, let's just get these next 2 wins, get the 10 wins before the start of the new year, and we've done that, and now let's gear it up for Charlotte.
Coach, were you satisfied with the play of your new starting lineup?
At times we looked really sharp. I thought the first 4 or 5 minutes, our execution was great. I mean, we were cutting hard. And, we moved the ball well. We got great shots, even though we didn't make a lot of them. I was pleased with the shots we were making. And then we just, people call it game slippage, going into a funk, whatever you want to call it. But we just got off task.
So a product of who you were, maybe?
No.
The type of aggressive player?
No, I thought they were very aggressive. They really were. They got after us. After we had the stretch there at the start of the second half, where we held them scoreless for 8 minutes. It was almost like Bobby called the timeout, got into them, and they got into us. And so they scored 19 points in a 4-minute stretch. And so again, that's just a matter of, we talked about the whole thing about flinching when you see a loose ball. I saw 3 or 4 of those situations. I saw guys just running to the rim, reckless abandon. Nobody was stepping in and boxing out. And then we ended up closing the game out pretty well. Nick Foreman did a really nice job. I keep scratching my head on that one because I got to find a way to play that guy because he does what we want. He's part of what our identity needs to be, which is just a hard-nosed team, get loose balls, run to the glass, box out, play good defense. And we don't have that identity all the time, so I guess we can't claim it as an identity.
Johnny had 3 shots today. He had 6 against Kennesaw State. He had around 3 against Florida State. Are you concerned about getting shots?
Yeah, but I mean, there are things that Ghani knows he needs to do. He's really improved his foul line area jump shot. And for the last 3 days, I've been telling him to look at that shot because I knew they weren't going to play him. First time he caught the ball, they threw it to double coverage. And they stole the ball, and I think that kind of took him out of it. Then he got fouls as well. But no, he knows his offensive game is getting better. He's a better free throw shooter. He's a better 15-foot jump shooter. The other thing we spent the last 2 days talking about is when you catch a ball outside the paint, particular moves to use. First time he caught it outside the paint, turned it over. So it's not a, we can do a better job getting the ball, but I think Donnie will be first to tell you that he can do a better job taking care of the ball, making better decisions with the ball. I think he had 4 turnovers today.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
How was that last?
He fell on his hip. I think he's fine. I haven't talked to the trainer since the game's over. He's been practicing really, really well. He's another guy that, maybe I got to figure out a way to get him in there. Just like Moe was practicing really well. That's how I put him in the starting lineup. It wasn't a case of, shuffling anything. It wasn't some stroke of genius on my part. He's earned his way into the starting lineup. Now let's see if he can hold it. We'll see what happens.
Did you like when you moved into the ACC having 2 point guards on the floor at the same time?
Everybody's going to play, but in terms of giving us the best start to the game, I like guys that come out with a lot of intensity and get loose balls and play the tempo and the pace that we like to play. So.
Well, how did it feel for you out there? Right from the beginning, getting to the flow, play more minutes than you had recently?
Well, I felt great. I was very energized. I just wanted to do everything, talking. Me and Mufon was just keeping energy, talking to the complete 5, and we just wanted to get in and just push it down their throat, just set the tempo and set it early.
Well, what do you think was the problem, especially in the first half with the turnovers?
I wouldn't necessarily say that we're making bad decisions. I say we, like me, I know speaking for myself and for Mufon, we kind of got confidence in each other. And sometimes we made passes and we didn't catch it, or we wasn't on the same page. It's like high risk, high reward. Trying to sort of, one day you can have 8 assists, 1 turnover. Next day you can have 5 and 4. But it's not that we're making like silly turnovers. It's some of them we're pitching in the head, and it's a good pass. We just got to run it down. If someone's going through each other's hands, that's something that we get better at in practice and as time goes on. So.
Yeah, those type of turnovers don't bother you. The aggressive turnovers, the ones that the pitcher has and things like that. But it's just some of the turnovers when we throw some slow lob passes into traffic. Those are the ones that really they give coaches great ear.
Coach, you had pretty good production out of Derek, Ghani, and Zach. How do you think your big men did today?
They did fine. They could look better. They did fine.
How could they look better?
I don't know what the turnover numbers were, but I thought there were times when we threw the ball in there and we could have made better, stronger moves or better decisions with the ball. But I know we had, at halftime, 10 of our 13 turnovers came out of our start lineup, and some of those were out of the post, which, we just got to work on and keep working on that.
Coach, if Derek